Hi everybody, welcome to Source Inspired Speaking. I'm Nathan and I'm so excited to share this message with you. I just channeled a beautiful message from Spirit. It's all about how to focus, how to push all the distractions out of the way so that you see all the gifts God is giving you. It's a powerful message that can really change your life. So please remove any distractions. Allow yourself to just sit and hear these words, and I'll check back in with you after. Hello. Thank you for joining us here today. We wish to speak to you about focusing your energy, about gathering together all your focus and using that to manifest, to create that which you desire. You see, it is through your focus that you start to perceive all the gifts around you that God has given you. And it is through those gifts that you manifest that which you desire. So when you focus your intention, when you narrow down what you are able to see, because that's what focus means. It means that you zoom in on a certain aspect of reality, allowing the rest of it to sort of disappear into the background. So when you focus your attention on that which you desire, other possibilities that would not lead you there tend to come out of focus. What you start to see is all the opportunities surrounding you that you might have missed before when you weren't paying attention. But through that focus, you start telling God what you are allowing within your reality. Because your reality is what you perceive. And so if you perceive a lot of stuff around you, a lot of distractions, a lot of other things that take your attention, then of course it's going to be more likely that you are seeing things connected to those other pieces that are taking your attention and not seeing all the opportunities based upon that which you desire. But when you focus your thought, when you gather your energy and put it towards one desire very strongly, you limit the possibilities that you can create in. And you limit it in a way that helps you to create that one desire. Because by focusing so narrowly here, opportunities that exist connected to other pieces are not going to be noticed by you. They're not perceived by you. They don't become a part of your world. But that which you are trying to create, that which you are putting your energy into, if that becomes your sole focus, even for a relatively short period of time, you'll see all these opportunities spring up around you. You'll see the connections that God has placed around you. They were always there. Because you are always able to create anything. But you might not have noticed them before. They could have been so subtle that you wouldn't see it, or your focus could have been pulled away by one of the other aspects that was drawing your attention during that time. And so as that gift from God is here, your focus is over here, and you miss it. That's why the people that are able to zoom in their focus, push their energy towards something, starting with their thoughts, but then moving it even further into action. Because you'll notice that when you are thinking about something, your mind can wander. You can start to think about other things, other ideas, other concepts, other realities that you will create. But when you are focused on thought and then move that into action, what you'll find is that your attention doesn't drift. you'll find that what you wish to create is the path in front of you. And you take action, take steps towards that. And then the most important part is, as you are focusing, as you are moving forward, as you are creating, is to not get hung up on the things that don't seem to go right, that don't seem to go exactly the way you planned, because if you are still focusing in that direction, you are still moving the right way. It's just that to get you to the point that you need to find success, you have to encounter what you'd call failure, although we don't see it as that, because it is moving you in the right direction. But you have to encounter this failure so that you can change the way you are perceiving it, so that you can perceive your desire a little differently, which in course will take you exactly where you wish to go. See, the biggest problem people have is throughout their lives they've been taught to believe that there are certain things they can't do. They've been taught to believe that they are more likely to fail than succeed. And so these people, when they encounter a problem, they see it as a failure, and then they lose focus. They start focusing on the failure. They start focusing on the not having, not realizing that the not having is part of the path to getting there. It's part of the path of creation. An artist doesn't stare at the blank canvas and then just say, I'm a failure. They move the paint around. They manipulate it. And sometimes they wipe out what they've done and start over. Not calling themselves a failure, but knowing that part of the creative process is knowing when you have to shift your focus slightly to move it into another area. And sometimes the things that you think of as mistakes are actually the greatest part of your creation, that they spark something that you never would have thought of. And they move you in the direction of your desire so much more strongly. So we want you to realize this as you go about creating your life, that you have the power to do anything, to create anything. There is nothing outside of your ability to create, because you are a part of God and there is nothing that exists outside of God. But if you want to make sure that you take advantage of all the opportunities, if you want to get there quicker, you have to focus so that you see all the aspects that God is bringing you. And you have to not lose your focus when things don't go the way you think, because God is moving you in the right direction, and part of getting there, part of that journey, is the appearance of failure. But we've said before, failure only happens when you stop, when you give up. Otherwise, it's just a detour on your journey. And how do you know that on that detour you're not picking up things that are so important to make the journey that much better? Because just because you have planned to go a certain way, you can only see so much. Your perception is limited. But from a higher level of consciousness, those limitations don't exist. So God can be moving you in the right direction, showing you the best way to get there, and that best way might seem like it goes through 3 or 4 failures. But it's not a failure unless you stop. Unless you get halfway to your destination and you hit another detour and you say, that's it, I'm going home. That's not what God wants for you. God wants you to realize that the detours make the ending of the journey that much sweeter. They make that destination so much more fulfilling. And when you get to that destination, you'll have learned so much along the way that you'll realize you're not done. That there's a new path to follow, because nothing ever truly ends. Your journey is eternal. So remember that. Have faith. Have faith in your God. Have faith in your focus. Have faith in your soul. Have faith in yourself. Have faith that this world has everything you need to be happy. And narrow your focus. Even if it's just a little bit each day, find time to narrow that focus on your desire so that you are more ready to receive that inspiration that God brings you, those opportunities, that person that might walk by you on the street that has answers that you need, that you could make a connection to if you were just a little more focused on what you needed to do to bring upon you what you truly asked for. You are surrounded by God's gifts. This journey is a gift of God, and you get to choose how it is. Just as you perceive your world, you get to perceive your life. Do you perceive it as a life where you are meant to struggle and learn lessons? Or is it a life where you're meant to learn lessons so that you no longer need to struggle? I tell you it's the latter. That God gives you everything you need and God's showing you the best way to get there. And you just have to have faith that the guidance you receive is the correct way to go. We hope that helps you. We can't wait to see all that you create with your powerful tool of focus. And we love you, always. So it really seems like they're building upon the message last week about living in your own reality. And now they're telling you how to really even focus more within that reality so you can see all the opportunities God's giving you. Because it's true, everything we need is there. And we just can't give up. We have to have faith in God. We have to know that we can do it. We have to push forward along our path. Not only getting through the detours, but exploring the detours, seeing everything they have to offer you. Because it's just part of the journey. And it's going to take you to that beautiful destination that you've always dreamed of if you just keep going forward. Know that you can do it. That there is nothing that is separate from you because you are a part of God and everything exists within God. So it's not time for excuses anymore. It's time for action. Because action narrows your focus even more. When you are acting, doing what you need to create something, you are pushing everything else out of the way. You are there with your goal, and you are focused upon it. And all the opportunities that God has waiting for you that surround this desire are right there in front of you. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. I hope you use this tool of focus to create something beautiful, something amazing. Please let me know in the comments below how you're focusing. As we go into this new year, what are you creating? How are you finding the time to find that narrow focus, even just for a half hour a day? It's going to change your life. So thank you all for being here. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. If you hit the bell, you'll get notified of all my upcoming messages. If you can love that like button for me, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And I appreciate everything that you do. You're amazing, beautiful creators. Step into that creative power and let's show the world what we can truly make it, which is a beautiful, fulfilling experience for each one of us. I thank you all for being here. I love you, and I'll see you next time.